Feeling like democracy died today. This is history happening today, and we should all be shocked that a felon, a convicted felon, and a thug, and by all means a grifter, has just stuck his name on top of a national monument. This is a desecration.
He was there. He was one of the protesters, right? I recognized the scarf. So he was standing next to the guy who had on he had these like big plastic placards. This is the same guy that called me white trash at the White House. He was there. It's like the same old folk over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I wonder how much they get paid per event.
Oh,
I wonder
yeah.
what that check looks like.
Right.
Wow.
He should have been an actor there. Because, I mean, Shelley, did you hear what he said? Feeling like democracy died today.
Yeah. I'm shocked that at his age, he's still shocked about foolishness like this. Okay. It doesn't mean anything, hill of beans, one way or the other. Like you said, Nicole, is going to always be known as the Kennedy Center. You know what? President Trump, I'm shocked that he still doesn't understand that sometimes President Trump just likes to, troll these people and get them riled up. It's absolutely irrelevant whether his name is there or not. But to me, it's just funny.
By putting his name on it. And he just needs to understand that, first of all, he can't do this single-handedly. Only Congress can authorize a change of name to the Kennedy Center. But yet he doesn't care about the law. He doesn't care what is appropriate. He's gone and vandalized the Kennedy Center, which is, we should note, the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. It was named after President Kennedy after he was assassinated. Donald Trump should show some respect for that. But of course, he doesn't do that. And, this is what needs to be said. We, the American people, are not going to call the Kennedy Center the Trump Kennedy Center, just like we're not going to call the Department of Defense the Department of War, or the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. We, the sane, rational American people, are not going to go along with that. So Trump can act like a child. He can be a vandal, put his name up on all of these buildings, but it's not going to change what the rest of us do. In response to what has been a childish and lawless administration.
What a potato. Really? What a potato.
Wow. He really went all the way in. He went to... Wow.
Well, he was one of the first reporters that Trump called stupid in Trump 1.0. So, there's a little bit of history there, but I can tell you, no one's really paying attention to that. The Handel's Messiah has been sold out for a very long time, the National Symphony Orchestra at the Kennedy Center. Everybody inside had a great time. Even the protesters, when they came in to use the restroom and security let them in to use the restroom, they seemed to enjoy the warmth in the facilities. Then they went back outside and was fired up about it. The board of directors for the Kennedy Center decides that. That's not a congressional thing. And so Acosta, who's usually wrong, is wrong again. But what really, really, really taps me, that burns my biscuits, is I was okay with just calling it the Kennedy Center, but now I think I'm gonna call it the Trump. You know what? I think that sounds better. Let's add the Trump to it.
Absolutely. Did you notice how few? I think that same protester was in the background when he was. There's only 2 or 3 people out there.
There was 5 all night. There was 5.
Okay, exactly. That's how important this is, even for people who supported Trump. This is how important it is, right? Look, I was okay with calling BWI, but we had to add Thurgood Marshall a number of years ago. I mean, BWI Thurgood, that's just too long. Most people still just call it BWI. And guess what? Last time I checked, Thurgood Marshall look like us, but I still call it BWI. Go in, you put it when you do your little flight connections, and you have to put in BWI. You don't type in BWI Thurgood Marshall. You type in BWI. Even the airlines make it short for you. Okay, so get a grip, Jim. You're just apoplectic, and when you are, I am ecstatic.
Now, I did do a little research here. So I don't know how true this is. According to ABC News, President Trump does need congressional authority or approval to change the name of a federal building. Now, he can change with the halls within, like anything inside the building, like he can rename the halls or something like that via the board. But apparently, unilaterally, he can't fully change the name. It does have to go through Congress. This is per ABC News. So
So let me ask you this. I don't know. The Kennedy Center, is it considered a federal building, or is it's still a private foundation, a private building? So I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure. I'm not sure about that.
Well,
Yeah.
to the best of my knowledge, it's a privately held entity on public land. That's
Right.
I don't know how they cut that thing, but let me tell you, when you roll up on it, you see it. The Donald J. Trump and the John F. Kennedy. It is there for the world to see, whether you come by train or boat. You can see it from the river. It's there.
And they're not taking it down. They're not going to take it down. At least not this term. They're not going to take it down.
Yeah,
So,
I like it. I think it's nice to have a change, but it's actually, it was established by Congress in 1964 as a memorial to JFK, with its name explicitly codified in federal law. So they got Title 20 U.S. Code Section 76I. So legally, only an act of Congress can officially rename the entire center, but a board vote or an executive action alone can rename interior halls or rooms and things like that.
Well, guess what? These people know, everybody knows that Donald Trump likes putting his name on stuff. He's like the kid that you don't give a crayon to because he will write it everywhere. Okay. So, but guess what? Now he's writing his name. They already know this. We already know he likes to put his name on stuff. Move on. The people were still there. It will still have beautiful music and arts, and nobody's gonna lose sleep over except for that man and Jim Acosta.
Yeah. All right. So we will continue to follow this story. Sound off in the chat and let us know what you all think. Again, we don't think it's a big deal. I actually welcome it because I think I'm one of these ones where, every couple of months I rearrange my my bedroom. I move furniture around. So I actually like it. It's the fresh renaming of the building. But you guys let us know what you think and sound off in the chat. And as you do that, make sure you hit the like button as you all come in. It helps to get this video out in front of a wider audience, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As you guys know, we are smart, edgy. Remember, we are the edgy ones and conservative. And if that's you're in the right place.
All right. We have some super chat.